Hey yo, what's good everybody? SOS Wrestletalk back at y'all once again for a New Japan Pro Wrestling New Year's Dash review. So if this is your first time checking us out, you already know, man. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Please tell a friend to tell a friend. The price of subscription, if you don't know, now you know, is free $99. So it was a tradition that pretty much started in the last year with NJPW New Japan Pro Wrestling. The card is a mystery to us, all except for one match. The one match that we do know that is on the card, official, is for the provisional KOPW 2024 title in a four-way match featuring Toru Yano, Taiji Ishimori, Great-O-Khan, and Yo. So that's the one match we know we have official here. This show was sold out. It usually is in Cork and Hall, but they were in the Sumida City Gymnasium, which is a different aesthetic for what you normally get for a New Year's Dash, but I liked it. I thought it was a nice aesthetic. So without any further ado, let's talk about the matches we got on this card. So the first match we had was this is pretty much like New Japan's Mystery Vortex, if you're familiar with PWG's version when they used to do that. But first match we had on the show, we have, for the New Japan Pro Wrestling World Television Championship, Hiroshi Tanahashi took on and defeated Ryusuke Taguchi. This match was silly. It was fun. This is what you would expect with the Taguchi match. This is pretty much what we would have got if Zack Sabre Jr. would have won. So, yeah, I'm interested to see how many defenses Tanahashi can rack up here in the style of match he's going to have. Like I said, pretty solid match. We get Tanahashi rolling him up pretty much with his ass in his face and, but with tights on. So Tanahashi got the victory, retains his championship, and moves on as we move on up the card. And before we get to the next match, there was a video that played. There was pretty much a vignette of an upcoming challenger for Hiroshi Tanahashi and a TV championship. The upcoming challenger was revealed to be Matt Riddle of WWE fame, former UFC fighter, former guy wrestling on the independents of pro wrestling. Challenged him for that TV title. Tanahashi said he would accept, but he had no idea who this guy was. And I've seen a lot of mixed results about him being on this New Japan show, which I can get. A lot of people would be upset that he is on this show. Me personally, I have really no feeling about it. If there's somebody on there in this situation, I just won't watch. I'm just like, hey, I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. That's just me, but I just won't take a look at it. But I'm not, criticizing anybody who is, but I'm just saying that's what my stance is on the situation. So moving on, we had a tag team match, our next match that were revealed. We had Yoshihashi, Hiroki Goto, and let's say Yoshihashi. We had Bishamon, Yoshihashi and Hiroki Goto taking on Kaito Kiyomiya and Ryohei Oya right here. This is a solid match. We get Bishamon rebounding from losing both of their straps at the Tokyo Dome, and we got a nice bit of respect here. So I'm kind of interested what's going on with Kaito Kiyomiya. He's being featured over here in New Japan a lot. Don't really know what's going on with him as far as pro wrestling Noah. So, and he's taken Ryohei Oya as pretty much his young lion on excursion, but he's brought him over to Noah as opposed to another promotion, which is kind of rare. So Bishamon gets the W there. Moving on up the card, we have the current double tag team champions, the Guerrillas of Destiny, El Phantasmo, and Hikuleo, taking on Oscar Lube and Yuto Nakashima. Before the match started, we get that these young lions are getting ready to go on excursion. So this is their last match in New Japan before they return off of their excursion. So that was a nice surprise. We get Oscar Lube and we have Hikuleo have some nice big man exchanges. I thought that was pretty solid as well. Lube and Nakashima are actually a pretty solid young lion tag team. Of course, would they get the W? Absolutely not. So they would not get the win. We got the choke slam to Nakashima, and we get the Thunder Kiss 86 getting a victory for God. So post-match, we got GOD showing their support for the leaving Young Lions. I thought that was a nice acknowledgement. They bowed to the crowd, as Young Lions do. Then post-match, we get Chase Owens coming down, dropping ELP with the package pile driver, saying that he will be challenging for those belts with his tag team partner. Who is his tag team partner, you ask? Of course, it's Kenta. So we will be having a returning Kenta, and Hikuleo accepted the match on his partner's behalf because he just got dropped on his head. So moving on up the card, we have the House of Torture. This was a 12-man tag, I believe. Dick Togo, Sho, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, Evil, Yujiro Takahashi, and Ren Narita taking on and defeating Shota Umino, El Desperado, Master Wado, Tama Tonga, Tamaki Homa, and Togi Makabe. This match was not the best match at all. We get Amino hitting Toga with the Death Rider and getting a victory for his team. Getting a little bit of comeuppance, but then they just got their asses beat by the House of Torture after the match. But Amino looked a little discouraged, but in this sadistic small smile crept on his face. So we got to be interested to see where we go from there. So moving on up the card, moving on down the card, however you want to look at it, we have, just speaking of more chaos, we got United Empires, Francisco Akira, TJP, Hanare, Jeff Cobb, and Will Ospreay taking on the Bullet Club War Dogs of Clark Connors, Alex Coughlin, Gabriel Kidd, Drilla Maloney, and David Finlay right here. This is a war, bro. This is a bloody war. This is fucking chaos. I don't know what you want to call this, but I love this. This is one of my favorite parts of this card right here. Chaos strewed around. This ultimately, like I said, this match ended in a no contest, but we're going to get, it looks like a steel cage match for the first time in 20 years in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And it looks like it's going to be maybe Finlay versus Will Ospreay, or maybe a stable on stable cage match. They really weren't exactly clear, but we're getting a cage match. And I, for one, am excited for that. So moving on. Up the card, we had Sanada, Taka Michinoku, Taichi, Doki, Yuya Yamura, aka Just Five Guys, taking on and defeating Bushi, Hiromu Takahashi, Shingo Takagi, Yota Tsuji, and Tetsuya Naito right here. So a little bit of a fallout from Wrestle Kingdom in some of these matches right here. So Taka got the victory over Bushi with a Michinoku driver, and that was interesting. So Taka pins Bushi. I was surprised at that. But post-match, both teams, they have like an intense stare down in the ring before coming to blows. Sanada challenged Naito for one more match. There was a stare down. Naito didn't say anything at all about it, though. So we got Taka cutting a promo to hype the stable, of course, being Just Five Guys. So it looks like we're not done with Naito and Sanada. Or maybe we are. We don't know. We're going to see. So, and also, too, I do want to say, because I forgot about this earlier during the House of Torture / Bullet Club Hontai match. Evil did attack Tama Tonga post-match and cut his hair, and he staked challenge for the Never Openweight title. So that's where that's going. Then in the penultimate match of the show, we have for the KOPW 2024 Championship 10-minute pinfall scramble match. I believe we had Taiji Shimori, Great Okan, Toru Yano, and Yo. So the rules of this match were there is a 10-minute time limit. Last man to score a pinfall leaves with the KOPW title. And we get a new KOPW provisional champion, that being Taiji Ishimori right here. He got the last pinfall as the clock expired, and he actually kind of displayed defense after. This is a really fun match. It's kind of hard to describe, but no, really fun. I would definitely go recommend checking that out right here. And then in the main event, we had Zack Sabre Jr., Shane Haste, Mikey Nicholls, and Kosei Fujita of TMDK taking on and defeating Tomohiro Ishii, Jon Moxley, Kazuchika Okada, and Bryan Danielson, aka what I've been seeing people online call him, the Blackpool Chaos Club. So I thought that was actually hilarious. Excellent main event. Everybody in this match looked really good in my opinion. And we got a lot of stories unfolding from this match. So looks like Fujita's a young lion no more. He stepped up the challenge for those Never Openweight 6-man belts after his team got the victory, because I believe TMDK were the ones to get the pinfall and the tank buster on Tomohiro Ishii and get the victory right here. So Zack Sabre Jr. challenged Bryan Danielson to a rematch. Both men accepted because they were taunting each other about who's going to tap out. So we know we're going to get that. Like I said, Fujita was challenging Okada to the Never Openweight 6-man belts. And Okada was almost incensed. It's like, who is this young, like, who is this little dude think he can step up to me and think he can challenge for my belts? He don't have the right to challenge for anything. That's the vibe I was getting off of Okada. So ultimately, in my opinion, I think New Year's Dash was a success. I enjoyed the show immensely. We're setting up new storylines for the New Beginning tour because, like, after Wrestle Kingdom, we definitely deserve a new beginning. Am I right? But we're signing up out of here. It's your boy, Blunt Naito, a.k.a. El Tornado, a.k.a. the Human L.I.J. Cat. SOS Wrestle Talk, man. I'm going to sign up out of here. Y'all have a good one. Peace.